Kia ora, welcome. My name is Caroline. This is a 20-minute practice that's focused on calming our nervous system, on perhaps bringing us from a state of being anxious or unsettled to a place of feeling a little bit more grounded and present. So I'll just invite you to find a comfortable seat. If you are going to be sitting on the ground, we'll be here for a few minutes, so if you prefer to prop yourself up on a pillow or something, feel free to do so. And just taking a moment there to settle yourself. You've committed to taking this time for yourself, so kind of give yourself a pat on the back. You've arrived here. Now we're just looking to maybe transform the jittery, kind of frazzled energy of anxiety into a more grounded and supportive energy of feeling present and embodied. So as you settle in there, allow your eyes to rest maybe on a place down in front of you. If it feels safe, you can always close your eyes if you'd like. And as you begin, just acknowledge what is present for you. What is making you feel this perhaps anxiety or hyper-arousal or overwhelm. Naming those things in order to tame them, to sort of start to take control of them. Just sifting through, notice what's present for you. And sort of notice how those anxieties, those feelings of overwhelm have landed in your body. How does it make you feel? What do you notice? Is there a jittery energy? Is there a discomfort in the body? Do you have a feeling or sensation somewhere in your body that's associated with those anxieties? And then 3 times we're going to tense up the muscles of the body, almost like we're bottling up all of that anxiety and tension, and then we're going to let it go. Okay? So we're going to start by paying attention to the feet and moving up the body as we take a couple of inhalations. So you're tensing at the feet, moving up the legs, tensing the muscles of the legs, the belly, the chest, the arms, the hands. Maybe breathe in a little bit more. Hold that all in, and then exhale, releasing your muscles, releasing your breath, slowly letting that go. Again, 2 more times, starting at the feet, tensing everything up as you breathe in, maybe sipping in a bit more breath, holding it all in, and then exhale. Softly releasing the muscles as the breath leaves your body. 1 more time. Starting at your feet. Inhale, tensing it up, all the way up. Everything up, bottling it up. Hold. And then let it go. So we're going to move into a breathing practice here. So that we can start to use our breath as a way to cultivate a sense of control. Our breath is something we can control. Sometimes when we're feeling overwhelmed and anxious, things feel completely out of control. So we're going to do a breathing practice called alternate nostril breathing. You're going to use your right hand to block your alternate nostrils, and you'll be breathing through the nostril that's not blocked. Now, if your nose is stuffed up or you have a blocked nose, you can still do this practice without using the hand. You're just visualizing the breath coming in one side and out the other, rather than actually blocking it off. So, whichever your situation is, taking a full breath in and out. And then if you are using your hand, you're going to block your right nostril with your right thumb and inhale through your left. Holding that at the top, block your left nostril with one of your fingers and exhale through your right. Little pause at the bottom. Stay like that and inhale. Switching that over, block the right, exhale through the left. That was one round. Let's do 3 more. Inhale through the left. Hold, seal off the left, exhale through the right. Pause, inhale through the right. Pause, seal that off, and exhale through the left. 2 more cycles. Inhale through the left. Pause at the top, seal the left, exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Pause as you seal off the right, then exhale through the left. Last one, inhale through the left. Pause, seal the left, exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Pause, exhale through the left. And go ahead and release your hand down. Full breath in and out. One hand to the chest, one hand to the belly. Pausing here just to notice the movement underneath your hands, your breath coming and going. If you want to incorporate an affirmation into your yoga practice today, perhaps all is well, I am present, I am safe, any of those could work as you move through this practice. Good. So let's begin by folding forward from your seat. So if you are reclined, you might now come and take a seat. What we're doing is simply putting the hands onto the ground in front of us. So you're dropping the hands down and perhaps dropping the chin down at the same time. And that might be enough. And if it is, just let it be enough. Do you feel some sensation in your body? Maybe the hands slide forward if you're feeling an inclination to fold a little bit more. Doesn't matter where you end up here. Just noticing the ground underneath you. And see if you can see the ground as a support, kind of holding you here. Allowing the body to just be in this shape, breathing for 2 more breaths. And 1 more breath. And gently we'll roll ourselves up from there. Just before we switch the legs, we're going to take the right hand behind us and take the left hand over onto the right leg or the right knee, pushing into the ground with everything you can feel that's touching the ground. Push down into that. From that sense of grounding, perhaps you can lift taller in your spine, focusing on that length in your spine even now as you twist to your right. Good. Untwisting, coming back through to the center, and we'll simply twist the other way. Left hand behind you, and the right hand crosses over, grounding in order to lift. Exhale and twist. Good. Untwisting, we come back to center. Go ahead and change the crossing of your legs so that your other foot comes in front. Sitting up tall here, dropping the chin in towards the chest. Maybe that's enough. Let it be enough. If you want to go from there, you might take the hands to the ground. So again, looking for that sense of being present by pushing into the ground and allowing the ground to support you. All is well. I am present. One more cycle of breath here. And just gently bringing yourself up from there. We're going to take the left hand down onto the ground. Reach the right arm up and over as you open up into your side body here. Pausing for a breath in your side stretch. Coming up and over to the other side. Reaching that left arm up and over. Good, and back to center. Let your hands simply rest on your legs for a moment as you take a full breath in. Something you can control here, your breath. Hold on to it. And then let it go. Great. Let's change our position, coming up off of our seat and onto our hands and our knees into a tabletop shift. Setting yourself up here so that your wrists are underneath your shoulders. And if that's not comfortable, you could always bring the elbows underneath the shoulders, and the knees are kind of more or less underneath your hips. We're just gently going to start to move the spine in sync with our breath so that as we inhale, we're lifting the tailbone, rolling that up the spine to lift the chest. And as we exhale, we're hugging the tailbone under, rounding the spine, allowing the head to drop. Inhale, coming into cow shape, arching through the back. Exhale to round your spine. 2 more times through those 2 shapes, cat and cow pose. Good, and from your next cat position, we're going to then sit the hips back towards the heels and bring the head down to the ground. And now if your head doesn't touch the ground, you could always stack up your hands, or maybe you want to grab a pillow and put that underneath your head, giving your head something to rest down onto. Allow your body this moment to rest here, noticing again the weight of your body on the ground and the support that you're receiving from the ground underneath you. Notice the breath. Again, something you can control. Full breath in, you might hold on to it for a moment, and then exhale. One more breath. Good, and we'll come back up into our tabletop, and we're just going to build on that cat and cow movement. So let's inhale, come into cow pose. So your belly's dropping down, your tailbone and your chest are lifting. We're going to tuck the toes now as you exhale and lift the knees up off the ground to come into downward facing dog. We'll inhale, drop back down into your cow pose, and exhale, sit it back into child's pose. So there's our sequence. We'll do that a few more times. Inhale, coming up from there into your cow. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, sit it back, child's pose. And again, moving through. Take it at your own pace. Downward facing dog. Knees drop down. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, sit it back, child's pose. And last one. Inhale, Downward facing dog. Exhale. Knees drop. Inhale. Child's pose. Exhale. Good. Let's build on that. Cow pose as you come up. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Let's add a plank. Inhale, your weight travels forward. Knees might be off the ground or on the ground. Drop the knees. Sit it back. Child's pose. Pulling up from there. Inhale. Cow pose. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Plank pose. Inhale. Knees drop, sit it back, exhale. One more like that. Inhale. Round and lift, exhale. Plank pose as you inhale. Knees drop, exhale, child's pose. Now you've got the hang of it. We're going to change it up. Inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Coming forward into your plank. Inhale. Knees drop and lower all the way to the belly. Shoulders roll back and down. Inhale, push against the hands and the feet to lift into cobra. Exhale, release. Inhale, cow pose as you lift up. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, cow pose. Downward facing dog, exhale. Inhale to your plank. Exhale to lower down. Inhale, back bend, cobra pose. Exhale, release. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, let's change it up. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Plank pose. Inhale. Exhale, lower down. Cobra pose. Inhale. Exhale, release. Inhale. Cow pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, we're going to bring our right foot forward and drop the left knee down. Maybe not in that order. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands come down, slide that foot back. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, downward dog. Right knee down, left foot forward. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, release. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, child's pose. Last round, inhale. Downward dog, exhale. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, cobra pose. Exhale, release. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, downward dog. Right foot forward, left knee down. Okay, inhale. Exhale, release, stepping back. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, downward dog. Left foot forward, right knee down. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, release. Step it back, inhale. And rest, child's pose, exhale. Pausing here. Take a few moments here in your child's pose. Feel the ground, the support of the earth underneath you. When we're dealing with anxiety, we tend to be hyper-focused on one thing. Generally, that's something negative, right? It'd be great if it wasn't, but generally it is. So it's really valuable to move and breathe, changing our focus, interrupting that looping thoughts. One more moment here. We're going to come up from there and just flip around onto our backs. Just do a couple of things here on our backs to finish off the practice. So come on down to lie down. Bringing your feet about hips width apart. Resting the back of your head down on the ground for bridge pose. Arms are resting down alongside your body. As you inhale, you're going to push into your feet and lift your hips up off the ground. And as you exhale, you're just going to settle the hips right back down. Now you might do this with just the hips moving, or as you lift up, you might add this movement of your arms reaching up and back. And as you exhale, the arms coming back down. 2 more times, inhaling and exhaling. Last one, inhale. And exhale. Good. Taking the feet a little bit wider apart and sliding your arms away from the sides of your body. Inhale, and as you exhale, dropping both of your knees to the left. Maybe your head turns to the right. Inhale, the knees come back to the center. Exhale, turning the head to the left as the knees go to the right. Once more on each side. Moving gently with your breath. Good. Knees to center. So heel the feet a little closer together and draw your legs in towards you. If it's comfortable to hold on to the legs, go ahead and hold on to your legs, maybe rocking yourself a little bit here from side to side. Good. Going to release the arms down and spread them out from shoulders outward. Inhale with the knees at the center. Exhale, dropping the knees all the way over one way. If they don't quite touch the ground, you might take a pillow or prop and bring them underneath. Pausing here in your twist. Again, you could turn and look in the opposite direction, or maybe just gazing up towards the ceiling. Soft gaze. Allowing the body this time just to be here in this twist, breathing into the shape that your body is in. Inhale back up to center with your knees, taking them over to the other side as you exhale, and perhaps your gaze turns in the opposite direction. Pausing in your twist, taking another couple of full breaths here. Notice the body breathing. Good. Inhale, knees to center. Maybe grabbing hold to your legs at the knees, the shins, or the backs of the thighs. Rocking yourself a few times here. Forward and back. Eventually rocking back up to a seat. Coming into your comfortable seat to finish off this practice. Just let my doggy back inside. If you do have a pet, they are a great way to help us to calm and to manage feelings of overwhelm. Pets can be real steady, even just putting a hand onto your animal and noticing their natural rhythms, the way their breath comes and goes. So coming back to notice your own breath. following it as it goes in and out a couple of times. If that's hard to do, if it's hard to notice the breath, maybe bring your hand onto your body. That connection can help you to feel into your own rhythm, your own breath. Allow your eyes to settle. And bringing one hand to the opposite arm, giving a little squeeze. All is well. I am present. I am safe. Giving yourself a hug there as a gesture of appreciation that you created this time in your day to tackle what might have felt overwhelming. My hope is that you were able to transform that frazzled energy of anxiety into something that feels a bit more present and grounded. Thank you for joining me. Take care.